Today we're going to be talking about the 2+1 application review system. So what is the 2+1 application review system? The idea is beautifully simple. Suppose you're running a program and you need to review a bunch of applications. So this could be a scholarship, fellowship, job applications, volunteer positions, internship positions, anything, student prefects. Each application is assigned to two reviewers. Each reviewer gives it a score between 0 to 10. And if the score difference between the two reviewers is more than 10, you assign it to a third reviewer. And then you sort all the scores in descending order, so the average highest score first, and then in descending order. And then you select the top N applications, and those are your finalists. And that's it. And I like this system because it can work for a wide range of things. So you can use it for things such as fellowships, grants, scholarships, internships, jobs, volunteer positions, school prefects, and much more. So now the best way to understand how it works is with an example. So let's run through an example. So for this video on how the 2+1 application review system works, I'm going to show you how to do it using two ways. First, I'm going to show you how to use it using completely free software on the internet, using a basic form taking tool and a spreadsheet software. Then I'm going to show you how to use it using a custom software tool. With this system, you can use it with free software. So typically you want to have some sort of form taking tool. So this can be something, for example, such as Google Forms. You can use something like Airtable. You can use Lever, Greenhouse, anything you want to take that takes applications. And then you need a spreadsheet software. So I'm going to use Google Sheets because it's free. Once you've gotten all your applications, you want to put all your applications data into some sort of spreadsheet software. So for example, in here, we have all of the applications, first name and last name. I highly recommend you freeze the first two columns, so you can basically see whose applications corresponds to which row, because that way when you're scrolling around, you can sort of still see who belongs to who. The next thing you want to do is you want to basically make a list of all the people that will be reviewing the applications. Once we've done that, the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to basically assign a reviewer to each application. So you're going to need all these columns for you as well. Reviewer 1, score 1, reviewer 2, score 3. 1-2 difference, which is basically the difference between score 1 and score 2, reviewer 3, score 3, and average score. And then you're going to go through the list and then just next, pay attention to how I'm going to assign for reviewer 2. So in order to prevent unconscious bias, we want to make sure that it's not always the same person reviewing each application, right? So I could have just done something like this, but the problem with doing it this way is that every single time, me and Aaron will always end up reviewing the same applications. And in order to try and make applications more fair and prevent bias, you want to sort of randomize who is being paired up with, which two reviewers are being paired up with each other. So the way to do that is you start off with, so you copy paste the same names twice. You copy paste the same name twice, and you start from Aaron's name. You go all the way to the first name and you just paste it here. Second time around, you start from the next name, which is Hattie's name, and then go to Aaron. Third time, you want to start from Eric's name, all the way to Hattie. And then you want to start from Lauren's name, and then just go all the way down. So there's only two names now. Now this way you can see that the first time, Tomiwa went with Aaron. The other time he went with Addie, then he went with Angelina another time, and another time he went with Eric, and then he went with Lauren. So this way you're being paired up with different people each time. Oops, I put this in the wrong column, so we need to actually put this here. Okay, so now all the applications have been assigned. So now next thing you want to do is you want to sort of say, okay, everyone take your assigned applications, go to a separate worksheet and start scoring your applications. The reason why you want everyone to do in a separate worksheet is because, again, to prevent unconscious bias. You don't want to be able to see how other people are scoring their applications, because that might also unconsciously bias how you score. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new spreadsheet. And I can call it maybe the same thing. And then you're going to copy all the data into your new spreadsheet. So ideally, all the information you need to score an application should be in here as well. It could either be a URL or it could be the actual question responses. And then what you're going to do is you're going to basically, again, freeze the first two columns. And you're going to filter, and then you're basically going to create two filters for reviewer 1. So first thing you're going to do here, you're going to basically be clear all, find the applications that are reviewed assigned to me and start reviewing them. So I'm just going to simulate them as assigning the scores 10. Okay, so that's the first one. Then I'm going to do the same thing for this column. I'm going to assign these ones a score as well. 8. So now that's what I would do. Now Aaron, Hattie, Eric, Lauren, everyone on your team that's been assigned to that is an assigned reviewer would do the same thing. So now I'm going to pretend like I'm Aaron. So now I'm going to score these applications according to Aaron. So this would be like reviewer 2 in your example. And to make it more interesting, I'm going to make it a harsh marker. 6. Okay, so now Aaron has scored his applications, Tommy has scored his applications, and now we're going to take all of our scores and put them together, right? So, and remember in this scenario, Aaron wouldn't have seen Tommy's scores, and Tommy wouldn't have seen Aaron's scores, or anyone else's scores for that matter. And when everyone scored the application, you can now bring them together like so. And this is why you want to freeze the column so you can see how I scored. So I can see here I scored this one a 10. Okay, so now Tommy has done his scores, Aaron has done his scores, and now let's pretend everyone else on the Attila team have done their scores as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and simulate that. Okay, so there you have it. Everyone on the team has done their scores as well. So now what you want to do is you want to find basically the differences between reviewer 1 and reviewer 2, so we can find what I call the disagreement. So it's just going to basically be a simple absolute value of score 1 minus score 2. Right? And then what you want to do is you want to basically find all the applications. You want to find all the applications that have a score difference of more than 2. And then you want to assign it. So so this one we'll assign to Hattie. Then this one, what else? So we have that one. We have Angelina and Aaron, so this one can go to Tomiwa. This one is a disagreement between Aaron and Lauren, so we can assign this one to Eric. Eric and Tom have a disagreement, so we can assign this one to Lauren. And then we can see here that Lauren and Aaron have a disagreement, so we assign this one to Angelina. Okay, so next we've assigned this. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna hide the respective columns. So hide this column, hide that column. We take all these applications and make a new sheet and call it reviewer 3. And then we're going to take all the assignments for reviewer 3 and make it in this column here. We're going to filter by the ones that have been assigned to me. Okay, and then I can give it a score. Let's just say I give it a 7.7. Okay, so then everyone gives their score. And then what you're going to basically do is you're going to basically take the average of all 3 of these columns. So I2, K2, and N2. So it's equal to average, I2, K2, and there you have it. And then all you have to do is data sort sheets by column O, Z to A. And there you have it. All the best applications sorted from highest to lowest. And then it's up to you to use whatever criteria you want to do to decide your finalists. So you could say, for example, all applications that have a score of maybe 8 or higher is a finalist. Usually we like to say any application in the top 5. So maybe we'll take these are the top, technically top 6, top 5 applications. These are the finalists, and they move on to the next round. And that's it. So the benefit of doing that method is that it's using completely free software. You don't have to buy anything, and it's all using simple spreadsheet software and simple form taking software. Now I'm going to show you how to do the same thing, but with customized software tools to make your life easier. So here, same concept. We have a bunch of applications that we need to score. So first I'm going to invite some collaborators, similar to how I had here. So similar to how here I had a list of people that would help me score the applications. I'm going to do the same thing. But now I'm just going to invite the collaborators. So like that. Awesome. So we have the reviewers. Next thing, similar to this example, we want to have 2 reviewers for each application, and we wanted to assign them. So instead of doing the method we did here, we can just simply do that using auto assign reviewers. Each reviewer will get 2 applications. So you can see right now, no one has been assigned any application. So we're going to go ahead and auto assign reviewers and then 2 application. Okay, and then I can see which ones have been assigned to me. I just go here. Tell me, wow. So these are the ones that have been assigned to me. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can see I've been assigned. It's not the same person each time. It's like randomly distributed. So now I can basically go and start scoring my applications. One thing that might make your life easier is if you just open each of them in a new tab. You can even add some notes. You can see that I can't see anyone else's. Okay, so now let's go ahead and have other people start to review their applications as well. Okay, so now we're back, and all the applications have been scored. So we can go here and we can now remember, without seeing any of the applications, we can sort by application to see the best ones. And we can see here that this application has a high score variance. So high score variance basically means that this is an application that had a disagreement. All right, so similar to how in the spreadsheet example, we needed to identify which ones need a third opinion because they had a high score variance, basically a disagreement. Similarly here, we can sort by max score difference, again, without seeing the actual scores. And we can see, okay, these are all the ones that have a high score variance. So this one we've already assigned to a third reviewer, so that's good. This one also has a high score variance, so we can assign that to, let's assign that to me. And then what I can do now is I can basically filter by assigned reviewers and see which ones I haven't reviewed yet. So I've already reviewed this one. I've already reviewed this one. I haven't reviewed this one yet. And I don't know what Hattie or Aaron has scored it, but I do know it needs a third opinion. So I can go ahead, take a look at that, and I'll give my opinion. Application. And there you have it. So now we can score by all the average scores from highest to lowest. And then we can decide to say, and then at this point, we can choose to show the scores, or we can just say, you know what, we've scored all the applications. We'll say the top 3 applications are all going to go on to be our finalists. And if you're ready to see the scores, you can go ahead and do so here as well. And you can see how all the different people scored the different applications. And that is how to use the 2+1 application system. I've shown you how to do it using free software on the internet using a spreadsheet, and I've shown you how to do the 2+1 application system for applications on Attila. Thanks for watching.